Good evening and welcome to Realty Coffee Talk on Awaz Entertainment in Canada around the world. My name is Tahir Qureshi. I'm a fellow of Rose Issue of Canada, broker record for City Pro Realty Inc. brokerage, and your host. The topic that we picked up today is, should I sell or hold my property? As a homeowner in Ontario, you are in this predicament. Should I sell it or I hold it? And how I manage affordability challenges. This all depends on several key factors, and we're going to discuss them one at a time. Should you sell or hold a property? Reason to sell now. Peak market conditions. If prices in your area are still high or demand in smaller city, selling could be a maximum profit that you can generate. Because some areas on the big city, price is still high and they're selling. And smaller area where people have relocated in the past, they're still in high demand. You sell property in Toronto and you buy it in a suburb, a much bigger property. So it all depends where your property is located. High equity and downsizing opportunity. If you have significant equity in your house, selling could free up cash for a smaller home, rental, or investment. You know, as family grows and you have children, they're grown up, they moved away, empty nest, you're carrying a burden on a bigger home. It's best to cash on selling your property and then downsize or reinvest. And this is very important for those who don't have a need for it, but the carrying cost will be high and you have a more equity in there and you need funds. The other thing is affordability stress. If mortgage renewals, which is coming up right now, everybody is thinking about it. We used to have 1.5, 2%. Now your 5-year fix, let's say 4%, doubling the payment. If you have mortgage renewal coming and property taxes are going up, you saw that in Mississauga we have over 9% property tax went up. And maintenance cost, obviously, if you stay in the house more than 10 years, you might have to look into your appliances, upgrading the bathroom, kitchen, windows for energy, or roof. There's a maintenance cost. That will strain your budget. Selling may relieve financial pressure. If you have affordability issues, you don't want to lose equity, because if you don't make payment on time, the bank or the lender will put you to the power of sale. I'm a principal broker of Canada Express Mortgaging, FISRA license 13241. I can talk about that. You don't have much choices when you are having a struggle with payment. So you are the best judge. So release this financial pressure. You may have to decide. Life changes, because we're talking about should I sell or hold? Life changes. Job relocation will force you to sell because you're relocating. If there is a divorce, separation of the family, or retirement might make selling the best option. So, if the property, you have a good location, prices are peaks, properties are selling in your area, sell it. If you have to downsize because you have a good equity, maybe this is a good choice. Affordability stress, mortgage renewals, rising taxes, maintenance, cost, straining your budget, sell it. Life changes. If you are relocating, you need to move to a different city. You need a new house where you are going because it goes with your job. Or separation, divorce, retirement, make selling the best option. These are the options. Reason to hold and wait. That's the second. We're going to talk about that. Interest rate may drop in 25-26. Right now, interest rates are high. So if you can manage payment, this is a key. If you can manage payment and hold until rate decrease, could improve buyer demand and prices. So that means, are you able to make payment without defaulting? That's the key factor. And limited inventory, future leverage. The supply remains low. Waiting could mean higher prices later. Right now, there is a more supply than the demand. But unfortunately, depending on your circumstances, you have to make a decision. But if you can hold on and make the payments, you have a potential of renegotiating a lower rate and hold on the property, and then you sell it. As you remember in last episode, last Thursday, I mentioned that Canadian Real Estate Association was saying that there is a increase of value of properties next year, 2026, based on Canadian Real Estate Association. You can go to their website, they give you forecasting. Renovate and rent instead. If selling is not urgent, if you don't need to sell your property, consider renting out part or all of your home for extra income. Remember, we talk about those legal basement apartment, additional dwelling unit, tiny homes, garden suite, Shahana garden suite or Ashana garden suite, and we have also Sahara garden suite. Reason is to stay in the property and create income in order to stay in your property, so it helps you to pay down the mortgage. So if you renovate your house, get your legal basement, because there is a lot of risk. A lot of people are using basement for rental without obtaining the building permit. In case of a fire, negligence of a tenant, insurance will not give you money. And also for your safety, it is important that the basement is done according to legal requirement in compliance to Ontario Building Code and safety and security bylaws of this your city where you are. So it's get a building permit. If you need any help, you can call our office, because I'm also founder or president of Tixon Construction Inc., which is HCRA licensed builder, B63247. We are helping people to secure building permit, designing their work, architect work, everything, and get them building permit, occupancy permit, and build them if they want it. So call 905-569-9939, and our team will get back to you. The other important option is avoid buying in a competitive market. if you need to rebuy a property, high prices and bidding wars may offset your gains. See, when people get excited, they don't follow the logic, and they're emotionally attached with a house, they end up paying a higher price than what is going to be appraised by appraiser when you are securing financing. And then you have two dilemmas. One, that you overpriced, you may have or you may not have the contingency fund to cover that. Number two, when you rearrange for financing, or you ask for financing, your appraisal value will come lower than what the APS is. Therefore, you need to bridge the gap between the APS and the appraised value. And if you don't have the funds, you are asking for trouble. And this is why it's very important to think about, when you're disposing of your property, what your plans are. And you need to speak to qualified people to help you, guide you. And as you know, I'm a principal broker of Canada Express Mortgage, license number 13241. I can talk about financing. I'm a broker of record for City Pro Realty. I talk about real estate. And as a builder and licensed builder in Ontario, I can talk about if you want legal basement or home renovation, or you want to build a custom home. You can speak to me, Google my name, or you can reach out. You have the number on the screen, 647-484-0018. Have any question, you can call us on Awaz Entertainment, because we broadcast every Thursday at 7 p.m. And we can talk about that. I can give you an answer. But in terms of legality and other issues, by law, you have to go to the competent professionals. These three areas I can speak: real estate, mortgage, and building a home. But the legal advice, appraisal, and home inspection, you need to speak to the qualified and licensed person. And we always recommend 3 people if you are looking a help from us. So if you have to rebuy this, you have to plan it. When you are disposing of a property, you create a budget, how you plan to do this. And this is why, whether you want to sell or you want to hold, the key factor is mortgage payment. If you can afford mortgage payment, this is the best time to hold on to it. But if you can't and you have no choice, then you have to sell it. And this is the key. And the other topic that we have is how to deal with affordability issues. If you're struggling with cost, mortgage renewal coming up, you are struggling, how I'm going to pay my mortgage? Then you have to shop around for a better rate. Brokers can help. I'm a principal broker. We have a team. We can help. This is for you to shop around the rates. Consider extending amortization to lower payments. When you have a 25 years amortization, which is standard, your payment will be higher. If you go to 30 or 35 years, your monthly payment will be less. So you think about that. If you're holding the property, even buying a new one, you need to think about that. And consider, the amortization period, longer period, that give you lower the payment until you go through the challenges you have. If you are in trouble, talk to your lender about payment deferrals or loan modification. And this is, lots of people don't talk about it. And this is very, very important. To avoid default on payment is best for you to think about talking payment deferral with your bank. Say, can I have a deferral for 3 months, 4 months, 6 months, whatever that is. You remember during the pandemic, the government allowed that and bank was cooperating up to 6 months. All of us did some deferral. Or loan modification. Talk to them. Bank will help you. They're listening because they've been hurting. They don't have much business. So pay attention and talk with them. Second, cutting cost. Rent out a basement or room, legal secondary suite can boost income. Remember, I talk about all the time. Get your legal basement done, rent, generate income. You'll pay your mortgage, 50% or more, your mortgage of the entire house. So why not do that? These are the cutting efforts that you have to make to live in your house. Refinance. If you have equity to consolidate high interest debt, sometime you have a debt on your credit card, line of credit, or other things, which is car payments and other expenses, taking away your ability to make payment. So do the refinancing, talk to your lender, or call my office 905-785-9926. We will help you to how to do the refinancing and do the debt consolidation to make sure you are able to make payment once. We have done that for many, and we can do that too. We're going to take a short break, and we're going to continue to talk about mortgage renewal or struggling with cost, how to manage your home if you want to stay in there. So we'll take a short break and we'll come back and continue our conversation.
अगर आपको दुबई या मिडिल ईस्ट नुमा ज़ेवरात की तलाश है तो आपको दूर जाने की बिल्कुल जरूरत नहीं। आज ही हमारे मिसिसागा रिचवे स्टोर तशरीफ लाइए, अल करम ज्वेलर्स। हमारे पास सोने के बेहतरीन कंगन, कड़े, झुमके, हार और सोने के सेट्स भी दस्तयाब हैं। शादी हो या मेहंदी या कोई भी फंक्शन, आपकी पसंद के तमाम ज़ेवरात आपको हमारे स्टोर में मौजूद मिलेंगे। आज ही हमारे स्टोर पर तशरीफ लाइए, अल करम ज्वेलर्स, 3465 प्लैटिनम ड्राइव, यूनिट 99, मिसिसागा, या फिर कॉल करें 905-828-0009। अल करम ज्वेलर्स, फरमाइश आपकी, गारंटी हमारी।
डिक्सी इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स और अप्लायंसेस, जहां आपकी तमाम इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स और अप्लायंसेस की जरूरियात पूरी होंगी। हमारे पास आपको हर टॉप ब्रांड मौजूद मिलेगा, चाहे वो वर्लपूल हो या एलजी, सैमसंग हो या जनरल इलेक्ट्रिक्स। हम इन सब के ऑथराइज्ड डीलर हैं। आइए और हमसे 5 स्टार खिदमत का लुत्फ उठाइए। हम आपको तमाम अप्लायंसेस सबसे बेहतर और सस्ते दामों पर फराहम करेंगे, ये हमारी गारंटी है। विजिट आवर वेबसाइट www.dixieelectronics.ca या फिर हमें कॉल कीजिए 905-625-5900. At Dixie Electronics and Appliances, we sell quality and deliver confidence.
HK Movers, home, offices, apartments and delivery, big or small, we move it all.
HK Movers.
Local and long distance.
We also ship cars,
Caler transport and moving services.
For service with a smile, give us a call.
Call Mr. Harminder 416-524-6704.
416-524-6704 पे.
Visit 140 Advanced Boulevard, Unit number 10, Brampton.
Long distance moving specialist.
H10 Brampton.
Long distance moving specialist.
HK Movers. HK Movers.
Welcome to Realty Coffee Talk on Awaz Entertainment in Canada, around the world. My name is Tahir I Qureshi. I'm a fellow of Roast Institute of Canada and broker of record for City Pro Realty Brokerage. Should I sell or hold my property? We're talking about cutting cost. So we talk about that you renting out your basement to generate a legal basement. Remember, legal basement. That will boost your income. Number 2, refinancing. If you have a debts on your credit cards, car payments, or student loans, or other high interest rate payments, cut them and rearrange financing. And you can call my office. We can help you to do that. My office number 905-785-9926. We can help you so you pay off your high interest rate, so you release yourself to enough funds to pay your mortgage. Delay major expenses. Renovation. If renovation, unless that add value, hold on to it. Because you don't have the money, you have to make payments. You don't want to default on payments. So don't do the major unless it adds value to it if you plan it yourself. or you can just stay in the house. And also look for option, any government or bank relief options. Check out if you qualified for any property tax deferrals. Some municipality may offer that. Find out if you live in your city, Mississauga, Brampton, Oakville, Milton, Toronto, if there is any program that you take advantage of that. Or look at if you are a first-time buyer, you look at home buyer program. There is an equity sharing program that we have introduced with another partnership with a private company where they will co-buy with you and they will own the share of ownership. If you have 10%, they will give you 10%. So you avoid a high ratio mortgage with CMHC and they become equity partner with you. And when you sell the property, you don't have to pay anything during the property, and you have to sign for at least maybe 10-year period. And when you sell it, that portion that is financed by another co-owner with you will take that share. There is a program on realtycoffeetalk.com, or you can go to YouTube at realtycoffeetalk.com. It talks about sharing, equity sharing contribution. And if you have any question, you can call my office 905-785-9926, and I can direct you to my broker to help you. So this is another way of doing it. Or any other grants or any subsidy if available, you always explore. Number 3 is, what is the next? Holding a property, selling a property, cutting cost, everything. What is the next move? Get a professional evaluation. A real estate agent can give you a free comparative market analysis to see if selling market makes sense. So call my office 905-785-9923. We're more than happy to give you opinion about your property because we are in real estate. But opinion, remember that we can only do that when you are engaged with us. You hire our company because Toronto Trust in Real Estate Services Act prohibits us to provide opinion, advice, or services unless you are engaged, our brokerage, to help you engage with us as a client, and we can help you. Run the numbers. Need to calculate. What you going to do? Sale proceed after fees, taxes, mortgage payout. Calculate. If you do sell it, sale proceed, how you distribute the sale proceed, and what is going to be in your pocket after you sell. Cost to buy or rent, rebuy or rent. If you need a new place, for example, you are relocating, you need to buy another one. So you plan that thing at the beginning, from the day one. You don't wait. And this is what we do. My brokerage, we sit down and we plan the strategy. Is it best to sell or to hold? And so they can make a decision based on facts, calculated accurately, best of our ability. And if you have to buy or rent, what is the difference? If you rebuy, you may be able to buy a smaller home at a much better price now. But if you rent it, you're going to pay somebody else payments. So, but you will see what is the gain and loss next 10 years if you rent for 10 years or 5 years, or you buy for 5 years. Prices are going up starting from 2026. And this is where it's very important to make a decision. Alternative option, rent out, refinance. You can rent out the building. You have a big house, nice area, you love it, but you can't afford it, rent it out and rent another place. Or do refinancing. Cut down all the expenses and focus on your mortgage payment. Get rid of those luxury cars, you don't need it, And this is why it's very important to do the refinancing. If you decide to sell, what you do? Stage and prepare your home for a top dollar. You need to have a presentable home in order to sell in this market right now. Time is right. Spring, fall markets are often strongest. If you're not able to sell now, you can have a challenge selling later. So this is important to prepare your property and make it presentable. And you may also consider lease to own option or seller financing to attract more buyers. If you want to sell it, lease to own program you can offer. Their terms and conditions can be negotiated. Or seller financing is called VTB, vendor take back. If you have enough equity and you want to sell at price, it can be arranged. And we have a lot of expertise and experience in that area. We can help you. If you want to hold the property, improve energy efficiency, lower bills. Your utility bills are going up. It controls. Explore rental income, short-term or long-term. You may rent the upstairs and you move into the basement if you have a legal basement. Or you rent out a smaller house and you rent out your big home. There are pros and cons. If somebody doesn't pay you, you have to carry the liability. So make sure you don't get default and you still have to pay rent somewhere else. So it depends. You can rent upstairs and you move downstairs. That's the best option. And final thought on this. Right now, Ontario's market is price sensitive. Buyers are cautious, but well-priced homes still sell. If you need to sell for financial or personal reason, act strategically. Prepare your home, price reasonably, competitively, so your property doesn't stay in the market. Some people have bought property or they're closing at the time when the value of the property has gone down and appraisal will come lower, people will have challenges. So if you are able to sell a property at a higher price, but the mortgage cannot be secured because of appraised value, your house will not sell if it's a conditional offer. If you can hold and wait for lower rates, that may pay off. Would you like help analyzing your specific area? Toronto, Mississauga, Brampton, Kitchener, Oakville, Melton? Or do you need an advice on mortgage strategies? Call me. My name is Tahir I. Qureshi. I'm a principal broker for Canada Express Mortgage, license number 13241. My number is 905-785-9926. If you need advice on real estate, you can call 905-785-9923. If you want to build your legal basement or additional dwelling unit or garden suite, you can call me. I'm ICRA licensed builder, license number B 63247 905-785-905-569-9939. Thank you for watching, and we have now completed 500 episodes on Awaz Entertainment today. And you can visit realtycoffeetalk.com to watch those episodes, or you can go to YouTube at realtycoffeetalk.com and watch them and learn. Our goal is to increase awareness, building consumer confidence in real estate and financing and building homes with 10-year warranty. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next Thursday. at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Awaz Entertainment in Canada, around the world. May God bless you all. May God bless Canada. Bye for now.
Looking to buy, build, or renovate your dream home? At City Pro Realty, we don't just sell properties, we deliver complete solutions. From finding the perfect property to securing the right financing, we handle it all. Need funds to buy or build? We've got you covered. Canada Express Mortgage Incorporated Brokerage LIC number 13241. And if you're dreaming of a custom home or a top-to-bottom renovation, our trusted builders make it happen, seamlessly. 3 services. 1 trusted team. We deliver value through service. Think about us, then call us. Your dream home starts here with us. From keys to construction, we make it simple. Think about us today. Call us 905-785-9923. Thank you. Looking to buy, build, or renovate your dream home? At City Pro Realty, we don't just sell properties, we deliver complete solutions. From finding the perfect property to securing the right financing, we handle it all. Need funds to buy or build? We've got you covered. Canada Express Mortgage Incorporated Brokerage LIC number 13241. And if you're dreaming of a custom home or a top-to-bottom renovation,